guys, I'm going to show you how to make this chunky jumbo circle scarf that you can wear as a neck cozy or throw it across your shoulders and wear it like a shrug. What you will need for this project: a size N crochet hook and 4 skeins of yarn. Now I'm using a bulky yarn that's about 109 ounces per skein, and the reason why is because we want our scarf to be jumbo-licious. We don't want a puny scarf. When selecting your yarn, make sure that they all have the same lot number so that you will have uniformity with regard to the color once your project has been completed. Before we begin, a bit of a lesson. To make a slip knot, you're going to loop the yarn around your finger, bring the yarn behind the loop, pull the end of the yarn through the loop, and there is your slip knot. And this is how I like to hold my yarn and my hook while I'm crocheting. Every crochet project starts with a chain, so I'm going to show you how to make a chain. So you're going to insert the hook through that slip knot you just created. You're going to grab the yarn and pull it through the loop. Grab the yarn, pull it through the loop. Now when creating your chains, don't make it too tight because you have to work into that chain. If it's too tight, you may have some difficulty. Now here is the front of the chain. Notice those V's? Keep that in mind. If you flip the chain over, you're going to see like humps in the back of the chain. Also keep that in mind. Now it's time to officially begin. So we're going to be using the triple crochet stitch. I love this stitch because it allows you to gain height a little faster. So the first thing you're going to do is create your chains. Now, how many chains you create will depend on how wide you want your scarf to be. For me, I made 33 chains. Now we're going to create our triple crochet stitch. So the first thing you need to do is yarn over twice, and you're going to insert it in the third chain from the hook. It's going to be inserted in the back, that little hump that we talked about. Now as you can see, I'm having some difficulty trying to get that in there because I don't know, sometimes when I start crocheting it's kind of tight, but by the time I get to the end it's really loose, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Next, you're going to yarn over and pull it through one of the loops. Yarn over again, and this time you're going to pull it through 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull it through 2 loops. See the pattern here? And then finally yarn over and pull it through the last 2 hoops. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a triple crochet stitch. And here are 4 triple crochet stitches. Now when you get to the end of that row, you're going to flip your project over. You're going to make 3 chains. So you have 1 chain, and you have 2 chains, and then you have 3 chains. Again, we're still doing the triple crochet stitch. So you're going to yarn over twice and insert it in that first stitch underneath that V. Just go underneath. So again, yarn over twice, go underneath that V, the very next stitch, no skipping stitches. It's relatively simple once you get the hang of it, and just keep going all the way down to the end here. Now when you get to the end, make sure you're working in that very last stitch, because if you don't, your stitches are going to be shorter, and then your scarf is going to have like this weird shape, and you're like, I don't know what happened to my scarf, and I don't know what's going on with this tutorial. So make sure that you work all of your stitches. And again, once you get to the end of the row, flip it over and keep going. Now what I like to do is to count my stitches on one row and then count them on the second row. So if you have 32 on the bottom, you should have 32 on the top. Now there's going to come a point in time where you're going to run out of yarn unless you have like this big old massive yarn ball. So I'm going to show you how I changed my yarn. So we're going to act like we're just crocheting, because we are crocheting, so I guess we're not acting like we're crocheting. So you're going to yarn over twice, insert it in the next stitch. Now usually we would yarn over and grab that yarn, but we're not going to do that. We're going to yarn over and grab the new yarn. See, that's the new yarn. Yarn over and pull it through and just keep on going. And you can just tie those pieces together, make a knot, and put a little dab of glue on there, and you are good to go. Just make sure you cut the strings off. Now, 55 rows later, I am all done. I didn't bore you and show you the whole process because it's the same thing, okay? So once I get to the end, I pull my yarn through that last hoop and it kind of secures it there. Now we have to join this because after all, this is a circle. Now, as you can see, when I first started crocheting, it was really tight. By the time I got to the end, it was really loose. I don't know why that happens, but yeah. So what we need to do is join these two. So you're going to, remember that V I told you about? We're going to use 1/2 of the V, go underneath 1/2 of the V on one side, go underneath 1/2 of the V on the other side, yarn over, and pull everything through all of the loop. See, half of the V, other half of the V, yarn over, see, yarn over, and pull through all of the loops, and just keep on going. And then with the power of the internet, we are all done. Look at that with your cute self. Okay, so a couple of tips here. Remember when you were joining yarn and all of that stuff? Well, what I like to do is just take a little dab of fabric glue just to secure it and kind of rub it in, because you don't want this thing to unravel and you're cute and then all of a sudden something happens and it's just a big old mess. Okay, so that is it for this tutorial. I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you make a scarf like this, tag me somewhere on the internet so I can see it. The hashtag is Gaudy is good, because I want to see your project and all the other projects that you created. If you want to see this scarf in motion, I have an outfit of the day video on my main channel. All right, I upload videos every first and third Wednesday of the month. If you have not done so, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all on the 4th or next week on my main channel. All right, guys, bye.